So this is a revision video purely on finding the volumes of some quite common 3D shapes that often come up in the foundation tier paper. We've got cuboids, cylinders, and we're also going to look at triangular prisms. So make sure you've got a pen and paper to make some notes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through these three to begin with, and then I'm going to get you to try three different ones. Now, for me, this is quite a straightforward task, but it's something that we often drop marks on and can be worth 3 or 4 marks occasionally in your GCSE Foundation paper, so we want to make sure we're maximising the marks there as well. Obviously, with these sorts of questions, always make sure you remember your units. So we're going to start off by looking at the cuboid, and what we're going to be doing and the way we're going to be working on finding volumes in this session is always finding the area of the cross-section first. Now the cross-section is the area of the face that runs all the way through the shape. So if you imagine that rectangle there that I've just shaded, that face runs all the way back through the shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the area of that face to start with. So the area of that face is the rectangle, isn't it? So it's 2 times 6, which is 12 centimeters squared. Once you know the area of the face that runs all the way through the shape, we just multiply it by the length. We multiply it by how far back it goes. So I do 12 multiplied by 9, which gives me 108. Now, we've got centimetre times centimetre times centimetre, so we've got centimetre cubed. Whenever you're finding volumes, the units will always be in centimetres cubed. Okay, the second we're going to look at is the triangular prism. So this one down here, and if you notice, it's this triangle that runs all the way through the shape, isn't it? If you imagine a Toblerone, similar shape as a Toblerone, isn't it? Now that Toblerone packet, that triangle on the front, runs all the way back through the shape. So what we're going to do to begin with is find the area of this triangle. Well, to find the area of a triangle, as you know, it's base times height divided by 2. So the base is 5. The height is 8. We always want the perpendicular height. We're never interested in the diagonal line, so we always want the perpendicular height. So 5 multiplied by 8 divided by 2. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 divided by 2 is 20 centimetres squared. So the area of this face here is 20 centimetres squared, and we need to multiply that by the length, how far back it goes. Well, 20 times 10 is 200, and don't forget the units will be centimetres cubed. So nice and easy, providing you can find the area of a triangle. Now, I think for me it's always worrying how many people leave this sort of question out. You're going to get some marks to find the area of the triangle, you're going to get some marks to multiply how far back it goes, and then you're going to get some marks for your units as well. So make sure you don't leave it out, give it a go and pick up as many as you can, and I personally think most of you should be getting full marks on that sort of question also. Okay, that takes me to the last one, the cylinder, which is probably the toughest, largely because you have to find the area of the circle. If you imagine a cylinder, it's this circle, isn't it? That runs all the way through the shape. So the circle runs all the way through the shape. To find the area of a circle, it's pi times the radius squared. So on this occasion, the radius is 5, so we've got pi times 5 squared, which gives me a area of 78.54, and that would be in centimetres squared, don't forget. Then we're going to multiply by how far back it goes. We're going to multiply by the length. So 78.54 multiplied by 8. What I've done, just to be clear, is I've not cleared the number from my calculator screen. So the 78.54 is rounded to 2 decimal places. So actually on my calculator it currently says 78.53981634. I'm going to leave that on there and multiply that by 8 just to improve the accuracy. And this gives me an answer of 628.3185307. I'm just going to round it to 2 decimal places. So I get 628.32. And that's going to be centimetres cubed. So whenever you're finding the volume of a shape, find the area of the cross section, so this is the area of this face that goes all the way through it, and then multiply it by the length. What I'd like you to do, can you now please have a go at these three? If you're starting to work on these, if you can pause the screen quickly, and then once you've had a go at all three, press play, and then I'll project all of the answers onto the board there for you as well. Okay, so I'm going to move the screen onto the answers now. Please can you just make sure you got 270 centimeters cubed for the cuboid, 105 centimeters cubed for the triangular prism, and 904.78 centimeters cubed for the cylinder, and that was rounded to 2 decimal places. Please watch the video again if you have any issues with it. Make sure if you need to, you come and ask me for some more help on these. There are plenty of questions on this in your green books, but it is quite often near the end of the paper worth a fair few marks, so we want to make sure we're maximising those. Do keep practicing the 9-box revision activities as well. They are incredibly useful and give you that extra practice that you need. Thanks.